Is college football going to become one big super league? Well, maybe not for a while, but the idea is starting to gain some traction. As reported by Stuart Mandel and Andrew Marchand from The Athletic, College Sports Tomorrow is a 20-person group that includes administrators all across the country, even from schools like Syracuse and West Virginia, as well as NFL Chief Business Officer Brian Rolap, 76ers owner, that's Philadelphia 76ers owner David Blitzer, and Len Perna of the search firm Keyturn. This super conference would be 70 teams involving all of the schools from the former 5 major conferences, plus Notre Dame and SMU. It would lump groups into 7 different 10-team divisions, plus an additional an 8th 10-team division where schools can play up and get promoted or relegated out of the Super League depending on status and success. Each division winner would advance into the playoffs, plus another 8 wildcard teams would be awarded based on wins, losses, and tiebreakers instead of having a committee determine who advances. This proposed idea would involve uneven revenue sharing, so schools like Alabama and Ole Miss even would get some sort of different payment than, say, Notre Dame or Maryland. It would also be one entity negotiating NIL contracts, salary structures, and even limitations on the transfer portal, which they believe would save it from violating antitrust law, which the NCAA is currently being sued for. Now, this model bears close resemblance to MLS, Premier League, and even the NFL, which makes sense because a lot of the people in the 20-person working group come from that area. They also come from private equity, which is something that detractors of the plan are really against. They believe that this could potentially be trying to buy college football, as one anonymous source put it. Administrators were so worried about the prospect of the Super League that they expedited and finalized the new college football playoff executive rights agreement early, and that extends now through the next decade, which in all likelihood makes the looming possibility of the Super League not even viable for the next 8 to 10 years. Frankly, the biggest moving pieces in this are the television executives, the SEC, and the Big Ten. College Sports Tomorrow was pitched to the ACC, which kind of went cold on the idea, and even follow-up meetings with the other conferences have since been canceled. So those involved with College Sports Tomorrow haven't even met with the SEC and the Big Ten. But it's worth noting that Turnkey, where Len Perna works and is on the board, helped appoint Tony Petitti to the commissioner spot for the Big Ten. So there's a lot behind the scenes going on here, and it's something to keep an eye on. It's also worth noting College Sports Tomorrow's plan only applies to football, and every other sport would maintain its current conference alignment.